Okay, so that's just one very simple sort of combination of our pranayama with the kriya and our bandhas with the mindfulness. And it's one of the really amazing practice. Even if you have a long stressful day dealing with people and just doing 9 rounds or sometime even maybe a few more to bring yourself in and help to release all these spinal sort of stress or the nerve stress we do carry on. Okay, the second practice we have, which is again another really amazing pranayama, the recharging pranayama. Swamiji calls it actually a battery charging practice. So if you need a quick recharge of yourself, you can use this pranayama. And it's the pranayama known as the Kukkariya Pranayama. And it's a really good practice. It tells how yogis also love the dogs. Because every time we talk about Meru Asana, and we say we don't like to be called as downward or upward dogs. So there is actually practice that comes from the dogs, which is their breathing, the panting breath they do, and it really helps to recharge. So we use that practice to cleanse our throat and this vocal cord or the tongue area, to release, to remove all the mental and emotional stress we're holding into our words and speech. Also into the practice you have to use so much of your diaphragm, your abdominal and your solar plexus muscles to do that. So through that practice you also enhance or release the blockages of your solar plexus, and you can charge it up. Now Swamiji recommends we can do around like 5 rounds. So you do a round, and when you feel that your diaphragm is tired and you feel you need to stop, you just sit straight in Vajrasana, rest for a minute. Or you can also, if you're feeling little bit of dizzy or some strange sort of sensations of dizziness, then you can fold forward into Dharmika. Because there is so much sort of energy you produce in your solar plexus, sometimes you can trigger a bit of those sensations through your heart and your nervous system. So for the practice, I'm not sure if you all can see, but what we do, we put our hands under our knees with your fingers pointing back. So if I bring it down for a minute so you all can see. Yeah, you can see, some of you got it already. Oops. Okay, so if I'm sitting here on my feet in Vajrasana, then my hands are coming to the front, but pointing under my knees. So fingers pointing back underneath. Okay, and then we push our chin and chest forward, and we stuck our tongue out, and then just do the panting breath as long as you can. And then when you feel that your diaphragm and your energy need rest, then you sit back up straight or fold forward into Dharmika, and then you rest. Yeah, come on.
I can't sit in Vajrasana very easy at the moment because of my knee. I find it
So this,
okay, but if I put a block in between my buttocks and my ankles.
yeah, you can do, or you can also do cross-legged, that's fine. So you can do cross-legged with your hands pointing under your knees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so choosing our practice, and we're going to do 5 times. So we'll do a good 30 seconds of panting breath, and then we'll rest in Vajrasana, meditate. And we do it again and then meditate, do it again and meditate. Okay? So bring your hands forward under your knees, your palms, your fingers pointing back in. And that really stimulates some of the nerves connecting to the central nervous system. Okay, your chest sort of nicely, comfortably wide open, and then sticking our tongue out, and then we just do that panting breath practice. Sorry, you need to be quite fast. It's quite a vigorous breathing. You can sit straight in Vajrasana to rest, or you can fold forward into Dharmika. So let's just rest in Dharmika first time. When you're ready, gently and slowly come back up straight. So when we lose the sensation of the practice, then we want to come back up and start again. Okay, so coming to your mudra again, your fingers pointing back under your knees, palms on the floor, and again follow the breath, pranayama when you're ready, tongue out. And again, choose your comfortable posture to sit still in Vajrasana or rest into Dharmika. Moving in your practice, your pranayama third time when you're ready in your own time. You might take a bit extra time, that's fine. And again, when you're ready, breathing in and then tongue out and following our panting breath. Again, sit back up and straight. Have a little sip of water if you need. And you know, the Kukkariya Pranayama, another amazing thing it does, as in Swar Yoga, in Sankhya, and also Swamiji explained it really amazing in some of his teachings too, that this polarity, this pranic energy, these positive and negative ions of our universal, the cosmic force of Shiva and Shakti, when it enters through with our breath, all the nerve endings in back of your nostrils, and then if you sort of say, if you got your hands around your neck and your throat area, and the inside of our windpipe, this first part of our windpipe, that's where we have this amazing abundance of the nerve endings connecting the cortex part of our brain. But also, this is where yoga says that this ions or the energy of the cosmos, the prana we drawing in, these nerves actually interact with them when the breath enters in there, and this helps to release this pranic, this energetic force. So you also actually, by doing this, you stimulating and activating all those nerves in this area, so you're actually being able to absorb more of the pranic or the vital force we can. Okay, so let's do fourth time, and this time at the end, really try to feel the sensations at the end of the practice in your neck and back of your throat, and all these areas where the breath, you know, goes into the circulation. Okay, so let's try again. When you all are ready, you can take your time. So coming into our mudra, nice and wide chest open, tongue out. You can keep your eyes also quite wide open if it helps to really release lots of sensory stress from your ophthalmic, your nerves connecting your eyes. So tongue out. Again, sitting up and straight, and then sit quiet. Just one more little thing. I can see, I think few of us, maybe we're just doing it to avoid it for the camera, but that's okay. Otherwise, if you're doing the practice, your chin is also pointing up, lifted up, and your tongue is sticking out. So we don't do the practice like that. The practice where your head or your chin up, okay? But if you're doing it just to hide yourself from the camera, that's okay. But in our own practice, so you can even turn other side if it helps. So let's do our fifth and last round. So your chin actually lifted up and then tongue out. Taking a deep conscious in breath. and again sit still, relax. Or you can go into Nispanda for a minute. Let's just maybe completely let go together into Nispanda, relax for a minute.